The night Alexander was born, the skies over Macedon burned with lightning, thunder rolled like the footsteps of gods across the mountains, and the priests whispered in fear and awe, "A king has come." Not just a king of men, but a king of destiny. He was the son of King Philip II of Macedon and Queen Olympias, a woman rumored to speak with serpents and gods. From childhood, Alexander did not walk like other boys. He strode as if the world already belonged to him. The taming of the storm, horse one day, a black stallion arrived, wild, untamable, feared by all. The horse struck the ground like thunder and screamed like a demon. No man could mount it. Alexander, still a boy, stepped forward. He saw what others could not. The horse feared its own shadow. Turning it toward the sun, he spoke softly and placed his hand on its mane. The beast calmed. He mounted it. Thus Bucephalus was born, the war horse of legend. King Philip wept and said, "My son, Macedonia is too small for you." The rise of the young king. When Philip was assassinated, the throne fell to a 20-year-old Alexander. Enemies rose. Kingdoms rebelled. Empires laughed. They stopped laughing when cities fell like sandcastles before a tide. Alexander crushed rebellions in Greece, burned Thebes to ash, and marched east, not for land, not for gold, but for immortality. The war against Persia, he crossed into Asia with 40,000 men to face the greatest empire on earth, Persia, ruled by King Darius III. At the Battle of Granicus, the river ran red with blood. At Issus, Alexander charged directly at Darius himself. At Gaugamela, he shattered Persia's armies like glass. Darius fled, Persia fell. Alexander entered Babylon, Persepolis, and Susa as a living god. The world now whispered a new title, Alexander the Great, the march beyond the world. But conquest was not enough. He marched into deserts that killed armies. He crossed mountains that touched the sky. He entered India, where war elephants shook the earth like living fortresses. Even his own soldiers began to fear him, not because he was cruel, but because he seemed no longer human. They believed he was the son of Zeus, a demigod wearing human flesh. The lonely king of the world, at only 32 years old, Alexander ruled the largest empire ever known, from Greece to Egypt, from Persia to India, yet the conqueror of nations stood alone. No enemy left to defeat. No world left to conquer. In Babylon, sickness took him. The body that had survived 1,000 battles finally fell. As his generals asked, "To whom shall we give the empire?" Alexander whispered, "To the strongest." And the world shattered into wars. Legacy of a legend. Alexander died young, but his name never did. He became a symbol of ambition, a model for kings, a myth among men, a legend among legends. Even today, history does not call him king. It calls him Alexander the Great, the world conqueror, the storm